What happens when a new bunch of Brits takes on the 90-day challenge? And what the hell are they up to now? To answer this and many more questions, allow me to take us back to the beginning. Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to swash a few buckles as we take in an episode of 90 Day Fiancé UK. On today's show, we get an English lesson.
You're just a visa vagina.
A lesson in plastic surgery.
Bum lift, fanny tuck.
It's totally all platonic for Shannon.
I'm just in the J's.
And I think Sean is hiding something.
There's gonna be drama because he doesn't know the real you.
All this and more right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
I mean, look how old she is.
Good day, la forme, and tadaima to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people. And a graph from Faber-Castell pencil to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. We Brits love to watch shows from the US, you know, mon petit point. We grow up on the glamour of Dallas, Dynasty, and Baywatch. Those young gorgeous men and women with their dashing good looks and whiskey tumbler seduction. And since then, the folks at 90 Day have carried the torch, giving us statuesque marvels such as Rob the Knob, Big Ed, and Colt. But then the English said, excuse me, we can be strange in public too. And the 90 Day team got to work. Right guys, as CEO of 90 Day Stuff, we need to... I didn't know the cameras would be here. As I was saying, we need to think of a location for the next big 90 Day idea. Somewhere that really shows the world how glamorous and sophisticated love can be. Somewhere with class and a refined culture. We're thinking of the UK, sir. You know, the home of suave Jameses. James Bond, James McAvoy, James Corden. No, we ended up with Corden. He was part of that degenerate deal. Corden. It was Corden. I still don't understand why we had to give him the Fonz. Just because it had to balance out Clooney. Yeah. Look, we're about to offload Barbra Streisand on them, so anyway, England land sounds good. The home of tea, crumpets, and complicated cutlery. I mean, what
could go wrong?
Shit.
Oh yes, it's time for those gorgeous welcome pros Brits to shower you with their poise, elegance, and cool drone footage, and a can-do attitude to parenting.
I'm not ready to be a stepdad. The idea actually makes me feel a little bit sick.
So prepare yourself for this season of 90 Day Fiancé UK.
I can have 6 wives. You will be my first?
Yeah, first and last.
It's true love.
Did you ever wonder what that gelfling from Dark Crystal did after the filming? Well, first up today is with Shannon from Liverpool. The place that invented the Beatles, Paddy the Baddy, a hairstyle that can withstand oncoming traffic, and knife crime. She's a big fan of those Turkish boys. I mean, she has a deep and genuine love for the cuisine, the country, and the cocktails.
I work in a Turkish restaurant. My friends are Turkish.
And as she visits the glorious land of Turkey on such a regular occasion,
I'm always going to Turkey. I love Turkey.
as all Turkish friends, has a job in a Turkish restaurant and a Turkish boyfriend, she has a wonderful command of Turkish language.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are you doing? You right?
Good, thanks. Yeah.
Has she ever been to Turkey? Everyone knows that when you go abroad, you learn 2 phrases. How to get drunk and how to swear. Other than that, a mix of shouting and pointing is always good enough.
Yeah. How do I say, can I have a drink, please?
There's a bit of the old Wallace and Gromit about her there, isn't there? She works in a bar in a Turkish restaurant surrounded by Turkish people. She's been on holiday to Turkey but has never asked for a drink. Slightly suspicious. But isn't Turkey a bit dodgy on the old safety side of things these days? Well, don't you worry, dodgy danger fans. Turkey scores a 45 in the travel safety ratings, which is slightly more dangerous than El Salvador, but less dangerous than Iran. So, it'll be fine.
How do I say, can I have a drink, please?
Bir tane içecek alabilir miyim?
Why do people do that? You ask them how to say something, so they say it twice as fast just to fuck with you.
Bir tane içecek alabilir miyim?
Birisi chick alabilirium. Sounds fun. Much more fun than in other languages, like German. To ask for a drink there, you'd say, "Konnte ich bitte ein Getränk haben?" No matter what they say, it does sound heavily racist. The Germans also have a word called Kummerspeck, which means grief bacon, or the weight you gain through emotional eating. They also have a thing they call Handschuh, which literally means hand shoe, or, glove, to you and me. Back in Turkey, and they have some delightful phrases too. For example, if someone is talking your ear off, they'd say they were ironing your head. Good job. Now, I don't know about you, but I think there's a Turk or two that gets her attentions at work. And perhaps that's a bit of a pattern we might see. It also feels like we've kind of intruded in the work romance. But I'm sure she's only got eyes for her man, Mete.
It was like a whole package that just plonked itself down next to me.
I thought you were supposed to be careful of unattended packages in Turkey. Anyway, the two share a conversation-filled evening on the beautiful beaches and found they had plenty in common. She's a football fan, and like most people in Liverpool, she supports the Liverpool Football Club team thing. And he shares her soccer balling passion by supporting his home team. Yeah, go team, yeah. But she's not just a keen watcher of the footballs, you know. She also plays. Yeah, a lot like a blind badger with an inner ear infection. And I have some doubts over her motivations if they show her actually playing.
When they see the girl on the pitch, they just don't think they're going to be as good, but I always show them how it's done.
Bollocks. Check out the footage they had to edit to make it look like she's any good. Dribbles past Dave the sound guy, past Gary and Kev, who are really trying, I promise. Then she takes about an hour to line up the shot and hoofs it wildly into the massive gap that the goalie left. Now, I have no idea what she plays for this team. I see now. Those celebrations sure make up for all the faffing about aimlessly. And in a fairly typical way, the guys just form an orderly queue for a bit of that. My favourite part is her run. No, she's really good at it. Yeah. She's as good at football as she is speaking Turkish.
After a game, we always head down to the
showers? Right, come on lads, everybody in the showers. You too, Blondie. That'll make up for getting spanked by the local team of one-legged veterans. How to tell me you're British without telling me you're British.
Oh.
Nailed it. Now, I'm probably generalising and being a bit stereotypical, but there are no way these boys don't love the fact they have a reasonably attractive woman about the place. And there's no way she doesn't know it. So she works all day around a bunch of Turkish guys, the kind of guys she finds very attractive, and in the evening she plays with these lads' balls. That's having a Battenberg and eating it, isn't it? Is it just me or the women who say, all my friends are men, are an instant red flag? Sure, I'm certain there are women for whom female company is a nightmare and to be avoided at all costs, but I think it's because both men and women think this kind of a woman are a red flag. Maybe she's naive. Maybe she has no clue that she's hanging around with men all the time and thinks they all have a platonic relationship. Maybe she thinks she's being accepted because she's good at football. Or maybe, just maybe, she is loving all the attention. I know one man who's rather keen on giving her attention. Jake, not the boyfriend. And who's Jake then, Shannon?
Jay is
hardcore friend-zoned. That's who he is.
He's like a big brother.
Ooh, I bet that hurts every time he hears it. He's even managed to work in a way of telling her he loves her without telling her he really loves her. See if you can spot it.
You know I love you.
Yeah.
You could come round a little bit more.
I know, I should do.
Yeah, but you would probably try and get me drunk and tell me you love me behind the phrase, as a friend. And is it just me who's throwing a little pinch of doubt in their simp soup? Well, Mete isn't too into it either.
Messi gets quite jealous about other boys.
What, the boy she works with or the boy she plays with? Or the boy that blatantly fancies the pants off her, whether or not she knows it?
Mete's not the biggest fan of mine and Shannon's friendship.
It's probably just because we're so close.
I'm sure we've all heard that before. He or she is just a friend that they've known for ages bullshit. Yeah, alright, cupcake, whatever you say. If there was a time where this was a believable sentence, then that time has passed. Too many have abused that phrase. A bit like the phrase, I'm just going to give her a hand with the plumbing. Or, it's just a Coldplay gig.
Probably just because we're so close.
Unlike this guy's eyes. God blimey. There must be some widescreen vision he's got there. He can see you and around you at the same time. And yes, it is most likely that. I might be wrong, but I think Jake here is a world-class cockblocker. If he can't have her, then he'll make sure she is emotionally dependent on him. That's the slim slow game. Just be around.
But then I do actually really love him. Yeah.
Take that, Avatar boy. You know what I think? I think Hat Girl here, who is mirroring Jake's body language, would love to get a bit of the old wine-eyed beady boy, but he's trained Shannon into telling him that she loves him. Why would he want to give that up? Now he's her baggage. But is that way over her head department? Or is she totally aware of it? She gets all the perks of having a boyfriend, but none of the pressure to be physical, which is something she's not into. How do we know that? Well, in order to get some balance, let's meet Mete. Yeah, I bet that doesn't get annoying quickly. Oh, so he's a little bit like Juan, except without the inflatable girlfriend. He is, or was, in the leisure industry, selling day packages to tourists. But is he the typical high-energy, low-commitment, seat-of-your-pants kind of guy that we might imagine? Well, at this point, I'm not really getting that vibe. I'm going to place my bet on good guy.
You want come, go out, drink? She say no. Everyone tried.
He's referring to the fact that in the package dealing circles, the boys had all tried to get with her. But because she wasn't, quote, a typical Brit, none of them had succeeded. What you trying to say? Let's just do a quick Instagram versus reality right here. Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a misleading advert, that, isn't it?
No. But eventually, she said yes to me.
Can you see what I mean about him, though? He's got a calmness about him. He seems like a guy who makes actions, not intentions, as we'll see shortly. And also a guy who isn't stupid when it comes to chief blocker of the cocker here.
Going out with the guys, I am really jealous. We have later big problem.
And we'll get back to that shortly. Next we have a woman who's on the prowl for a new man. She's had her body enhanced and she knows how to use that bad girl. Look up your men, ladies, because no one is safe while Zena and her warrior Vagina are on the loose. Behold! Oh yes, this is Zena from London. Or London, as those jolly Londoners say.
A few procedures, boob job, tummy tuck, nose job. I'm just about getting screw-in teeth, so...
You're like next Kris Jenner.
Next Bruce Jenner, more like. Now Zena comes in with some of the most fun side characters, like Susan here. I don't know if her name's Susan, but she kind of looks like one. And Susan is wondering if Zena has any more procedures in mind.
Bum lift, fanny tuck.
A fanny tuck? Or a vagina tuck, to those of you across the puddle? I guess if your lady garden resembles a deer stalker, or you have more flaps than a Boeing 747, you could tuck that shit in somewhere. Would they reuse the spare bits? Like when they take your butt and put it in your lips? Oh, Gloria, I love what you've done with your earlobes.
I thought about a designer vagina, but I did go and see a doctor, and on examination he said, no, you
Can't do nothing with it.
No.
Yeah, and the doctor was like, there's only so much we can achieve with modern medicine, So, what kind of man does she want? Well, a lot like Goldilocks, she doesn't like them too old or too young.
I don't really fancy young men either, so I like an in-between.
In between your legs? High five. Yeah, no, anyway.
A lot of young men have got Auntie Fetishes.
Shut up.
No,
I've
it's
never heard that.
Yes, you can Google it.
Absolutely. As my delightful commenters and I have spoken about before, the whole yummy mummy thing. A generation of boys raised with an Oedipus complex. Just look at that horror show MILF Manor. Way to reinforce those mummy issues, guys. But imagine how creepy it would be if a guy did it. Oh, I like 'em young and fresh. Grab it on the young woman and making them touch him. This stallion doesn't look too bothered, though. He's even got a hickey from previous conquests. That's class. So, who's the object of Zena's affection?
Oh my God. How old is he?
44.
Nothing wrong with being mid-40s, of course. A good ripe age for a distinguished gentleman, But having a man in a different country who happens to be needing a few £1,000s is bringing the bells and whistles in Susan's head.
You're travelling halfway across the world for a bit of cock.
You nutter.
You nutter!
You nutter.
Yeah, that's the most British thing ever. You nutter.
You nutter.
Or you mental person. Here's another delightfully British phrase for you. You got a bit of butter on my bottle of water, you nutter. And here's how to say hello in a delightful British accent. First you say air, then you say hair, and you finish it off with lair. Then you put them all together. Hello. Hello, Jeffrey. See, now you're fluent in posh.
You nutter.
But a man is already fluent in a few languages.
French, English, and Gambian. Very good, very good. We like this one.
I do love how she tried to do an accent at the end.
Very good, very good. We like this one.
Was that sort of Pakistani or something?
Very good, very good.
Yeah, I bet all Gambian people love it when you make them sound like a poo. May as well just ask them to come again. Now, the English have sculpted some glorious phrases over the years. Shakespeare, for example, gave us the phrases green-eyed monster and naked truth. And now, Zena brings us this doozy.
On my social media, a lot of people said, oh, you're just a visa vagina.
A visa vagina? Well, Is there an Amex vagina too? Or a Discovery vagina? Oh, look, it's a vagina. Oh, there's slightly more budget EBT vagina. I bet Brooke's got an EBT vagina. Anyway, we seem to have slipped into genitals again.
Because if I wanted to get sex in England, I could, even though my age.
Now we all must hail the beauty that is Zena's mum, Ethel. She's exactly how my grandmother was, even down to the sound of her voice.
Are you still seeing Mushti in Gambia?
Allow me to translate. A mushti is a person. Even though the Urban Dictionary says it's someone cute, it's actually more of a term of endearment for someone you've forgotten the name of, so you just say mushti or mush. Mush, of course, also means face, so you can say mush had some mush on his mush. There you go. Good job.
Ebrahim, his name is. He's nice.
He's such an ugly bloke, Zena, when I see his picture.
Oh yes, Ethel is at that age we don't care about what you say anymore. You've been hanging around the world for long enough and it's your turn to say it how it is now. But there's a fine line between honesty and insult.
Mum's really rude, and a lot of people say she might have dementia, but she's got no dementia whatsoever. It's just always the way she's been.
As it should be. Once you pass a certain age, it's your God-given right to be as belligerent, as offensive as you like. I'm going to take full advantage of that when I get a bit old and dusty. They may take away our driving licenses when we get old, but they won't take away our license to say what the hell we want to.
What's the name nowadays that don't take any notice of age? Look at all the old ladies got young men.
Yeah.
Wished I could get one.
I'd watch that. Ethel does Derbyshire. Now here's a quick zoology quiz. Can you guess what animal they're talking about by her description alone? Okay, ready? Here he comes.
What are they?
I don't know, they're like rubbery and they run across your feet like that.
Are they alive?
Yeah, they're alive.
Good.
Right then, so whatever it is rubbery, runs over her feet, and is alive. God.
Good.
Any thoughts? Well, no, yeah, well, here's the answer.
The only thing you've got to be careful of is if you did go there, is you get a lot of geckos running across your feet.
Geckos. Geckos were, in fact, the answer. But while Ethel might not be taking David Attenborough's job quite yet, she's certainly got a starring role in my heart, because she just wants her daughter to be happy.
Because I love her. I love her to bits, but... nah.
I hope Ethel's in it all season. I love her. That's actually quite sad. Rest easy, Ethel. What the hell was that at the end? Did she fart? No, not today. She's not playing a solo on the old trouser trumpet. It was the first note of the backing track they use in the next cut. Where we meet Shauna. She's a butt-kicking, exercise-doing, rope-bothering fit person. And today we're meeting her daughter, who was born in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air by the looks of it. And like most of the friends and family of the cast, she's got her reservations.
I just think that you're living in a fairy tale. I'm being serious.
And that's not all. Daughter, Valerie, or whatever, keeps hinting at a hidden secret that might jeopardize the potential relationship.
There's gonna be drama because he doesn't know the real you.
Ooh, the real you? I mean, like what? Come on, you can't just leave us hanging like that.
Well, you know, he could be a murderer.
Now I can understand Valerie's point. She's just looking out for her mother and doesn't want her to get hurt. And you do hear some crazy stories.
You don't know that, though. You don't know nothing about him. Do you know what I mean? This is what happens. People, you hear it all the time on TikTok.
Yeah, but it's all fine to have said TikTok, really, wasn't it? Yeah, good job, Valerie. Nothing says credible quite like the phrase, I saw it on TikTok.
He might be hiding something. Because you're hiding something.
Oi, stop doing that. But don't worry, doing that, fans. I'll cut to the bit where we actually find out. What do you think? Is it another man, or... Well, of course it's another man, it always is. But the man she's met isn't quite like all the others.
It's just like different feeling. He protects me, he shows me unconditional love.
Nope, it's not this young beardy baldy guy. It's...
I'd become a Mormon.
Yes, indeed, the correct answer was Mormon. Mormon.
Afraid it was the Mormons. Yes, the Mormons were the correct answer.
Now, Mormons don't just believe in the afterlife, they believe in the before life too. Bloody hell, we've got like 3 of them buggers now. And amongst the rules of doing Mormoning, called the Words of Wisdoms, they say...
We can't have alcohol, cigarettes, and I have to keep my chastity.
No!
He's not aware that we can't have sex anymore.
Amen.
Yeah, it's a no from me. Back now to Moonface Shannon. Can you tell that she's not my favourite character yet? I'm firmly on Team Mete at the moment. That if you weren't convinced, perhaps this next section will adjust your cognitive dissonance. Anyway, back to the notion of having many male friends, working with men you fancy, and being the only girl on a football team that your friend happens to be on. But maybe I'm just being cynical. Maybe I'm the stupid person because I can't see these two just being friends. Oh, and I've included some subtitles for Cockio Blockington here.
Did you tell Messi that you were out with the lads last night?
No.
Right.
It shouldn't be an issue.
Alright, first of all, there's a lot to unpack here. So they think it's funny that she's doing it behind his back, and he's happily playing along so we know his word can never be trusted. She said it shouldn't be an issue, and I'm sure it wouldn't be, if she didn't hide the fact and laugh about it. Also, the off-the-shoulder number here. Firstly, that's a wide V-neck and not off the shoulder, so she's quite obviously trying very hard to be comfortably seductive. Secondly, she's playing with her earlobe to soothe herself from the awkwardness of lying. And thirdly, I wonder if Whiteset Vision here is wondering why he's not got boyfriend status yet. Well, I've got a theory for you. This. How about, wash your hair, sort out the sofa, lose the white t-shirt under a shirt, it makes you look like a chef. Guys, don't do that. It cheapens the shirt you've hopefully ironed. And everyone knows shirts are way sexier rolled to the elbow. This says hot, this says accountant. So, if he did all that, and, maybe some sunglasses for that little fiasco, possible, maybe. He's got the hair that could easily say old money, so, lean into that light polyester and swishy swoopy hair thing. But hey, at least they're not like next-door neighbours or something.
You okay?
We live next door to each other.
Yeah, I can hear you breathing from your bedroom.
Stop listening to me breathe, you big weirdo.
I'd be banging on the wall if I could hear creepy weirdo cockblocker boy huffing and puffing. It'd be like living next to Darth Vader in heat. Just get a bloody room and put us out of our misery. It's so obvious that they're into each other. One way, more so than the other. But then Mete calls, and it's time for Shannon to pretend like nothing's going on. Oh look, now she's on the phone to her boyfriend, that shoulder's popped itself back in her top then. See, wide V, not off the shoulder. So now she's showing more flesh to her friend than she is to her man, is she? Well, that's interesting. And they have a really annoying way of saying darling at the end of every sentence.
I'm good. How are you, darling? Really good, darling.
Good, darling. I am sit on the coffee, darling.
True, darling. No, darling.
So, here comes a tough question from Mete. What have you been up to today?
Where you been before?
I'm just in the J's.
Watch the subconscious head shakes as she says that bit. What at all suspicious. And the way she almost lied to begin with.
I'm just in the J's.
Been to, Jay, was she thinking of saying been to the shop, been to the football? Just been letched over by her biggest fan? She really is the worst liar, as she says.
What happened?
Nothing, darling.
Bollocks! Big, massive, hairy, swinging bollocks of deception. But Mete is composed.
Why, what's wrong?
I say any wrong?
So Detective Shannon thinks she might be onto a reason why. She's examined the evidence, cross-examined her witness and bribed a jury. And what is the result?
I'm wondering if his mood's off because I've just left Jay's house, maybe.
Well done, Sherlock. He just happened to be annoyed around about the same time you tried lying to him and deceiving him. Some sort of coincidence or something. But Mete isn't finished yet. He's got another toughie for her. Well, it's sort of only a toughie if you've got something to hide.
What you did last night, darling?
Is the wrong answer, as the beloved Judge Judy would say. If you have to think about it.
Last night, we just go play the football.
Anything else?
No.
She can't even look at him. Her eyeline is off into the distance, searching for some kind of lie that isn't sort of technically a lie. And she flinches when she says no.
No.
It's like her body is determined to tell Mete that she's emotionally and physically unavailable to him.
So I'm not going to mention I was with a load of guys.
Nah, so it's a load of guys, smiley face, not her teammates now.
I was with a load of guys.
Is that a glimmer of joy when she says that she's with a bunch of guys, giving her away as an attention-seeking strumpet? She even wobbles her head slightly, peacocking her cock-teasing activities. So, why not mention it if it's not totally innocent? She even tries to find the language to make hanging out with boys not sound like hanging out with boys.
We are going to pub, celebrate.
With the girls?
I'm just with the lads.
Huh?
With the boys' team.
The lads, the boys scene. Okay, no matter how you say it, you're with a bunch of guys which you take great pride in. And you know you're getting the wrong kind of attention. She even laughs slightly at the suggestion of it being with girls.
With the girls?
Oh no, girls, what a stupid suggestion. I bet she's got very few female friends because she insists on hanging out with their boyfriends and sees nothing's wrong with that. But whose fault is it? Is it Mete for not understanding friendship, or...?
If me and Mete can't work on our communication, I don't know how this is gonna go forward.
Communication! Yeah, sure, that's the problem. Well, I guess you're not particularly wrong for once. She's communicating that she's hiding the thing she hates from him just because she knows he hates it, which is pretty much just lying by omission. And how does he reconcile his feelings? Well, he goes and does some really lame boxing.
If I feel...
Blimey, that's it, some hands waving around over there, isn't there? Whoa, steady on Bruce Lee.
We say in Turkey, bir kızı 1000 kişi ister, bir kişi alır. That's mean one girl, 1000 people want this girl, just one man take this girl.
Yeah, they're not very good at sayings in Turkey. Now, you may be thinking that he works around women, he's got the opportunity to be tempted into doing things. Maybe he needs to adjust his lifestyle too. Well, yeah, he did. When she said that she didn't like him talking to girls so much, he said,
I say, okay, no problem for me. I am live this Marmaris work, I am come to live in Istanbul, and don't go out.
Now he thought she might be a little bit hypocritical. You ain't seen nothing yet. Later on, Mete messages her and tells her that if she's out with her friends, then he'll be out with his friends too. Cue the tone-deaf cock tease who points out how she'd be worried if he did what she did.
I'm gonna go see my friends now. Shouldn't be like that.
It's almost like tit for tat.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you're doing it, he's
I've gotta do it.
specifically going out and doing it.
Yeah, which is just like...
It's not great, like.
Sure, he might be a little bit petty, but what's wrong with the balance? You're hanging out with friends, aren't you? A term given to that behaviour by you? So is he not allowed to go out, in case he does what she does?
As long as it's not a bunch of girls.
Well...
And there it is. She totally knows what she's doing and would hate it in return. But SpongeBob Simp Pants sees an angle to try and split them up, suggesting that he's already been unfaithful and tries to make her suspect him, driving a wedge in between the two.
Being devil's advocate here, could you not think that, maybe something could have happened?
But he's not done yet. He's even gone and found a social media group. And even though he hasn't seen Mete on it, that doesn't mean he's not going to try and use it to make Mete look bad.
Like, we've seen this, social media group. It's called Love After Marmaris. It's out, cheaters and scammers and, basically just, names and shames them.
And of course I've got them founded for us. Now there are a few groups by that name, and yes, I did check every single page for the word Mete or Metahan. None of these groups have any reference or an image which could be him. So it's all just a total fantasy cooked up by Cockblocker.
I don't want you to think I'm...
Just leave it.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
Fuck off! Mind your own goddamn business and find a girl that actually finds you desirable. He's a snake, a little cock blocker and a despicable manipulator.
So it's if you just, had a look,
I'm not interested.
Okay. No, look. That's fine.
He doesn't even know if he's on there. He's not even looked. He's just guessing and stabbing Mete in the back at the same time.
Makes you think and makes you realise, how many people are out there, scamming and, looking for a visa and...
Yeah.
Well, do you know what I think? I think there's a group called Useless Undesirable Simps Are Us, and ooh, maybe you're on it.
Shannon, good luck. You're gonna need it.
Arsehole. Right, that's all I have time for today. I shall continue this story along the way. Thank you so much for watching. It is, of course, always a pleasure to have you here at the Manor. If you like what I do, then do please like, subscribe, and try one of these little beauties. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my three, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our play. Thank you.